My name is Bethany Rainey. I'm living in Southern Pines, North Carolina. I was a conjoined twin, sternum through the pelvis, separated at 5 months with my sister. When I was conjoined, the leg was fused and it wasn't viable. So after the separation, me and my twin were both amputees. When I was a kid, it was kind of just a blast. Like there was, I was out in Oklahoma at the time, and it was me, and I also had my sister as an amputee. It was fun, and my parents did a really great job of making doctor's appointments fun. They give you a coloring book or some treats or something. They were really good about it. And because it was since birth, my family, they were adjusted to it. They never treated us as disabled. I was 3 or 5, pretty young when I got my first prosthetic leg. I didn't wear my prosthetic that much when I was young. I was hopping around everywhere, which to think of doing that now, I'm like, gosh, my knee. But I was just all over the place. And I had one of those really loud, noisy walkers that I was just tearing apart the grocery store, running around in. And my mom would just we'd face plant because I'd be running around wearing my prosthetic or on the walker, and a lot of kids fall over, just fall, and my mom would be like, okay, get up. And the other moms would just look at her like she was a monster. I think I used to pay a lot of attention to other people's awkward, trying to defuse a situation, oh gosh, and then I didn't say anything if I felt uncomfortable, if they were rude or something. And I've never had somebody be overtly discriminatory or ableist or something, but you get the little microaggressions, someone coming up to me and before they ask me my name, they're like, how'd you lose your leg? I'm I don't know you. It's just kind of weird, awkward, but I when I was younger, I used to put up with it a lot more, and now I'm kind of just I don't have time for it. When you get older, you kind of learn how to fight for your own joy and, come into yourself that way. Going into middle school, a big hurdle I had to figure out with prosthetics was just the look of it. Most of my legs were functional, but I was very insecure about having it. I wanted it to look like it was a real one. I wanted to be able to wear leggings and stockings and all that stuff, and it would just drive me nuts because I'd get these foam covers and they'd shrink. It just, so I mean, I think, as I got older, it just I was just wow, I'm putting in so much effort to try to make this look like a real leg. It's not. That's not who I am. That's okay. I've lived a lot of different places and I've been to a lot of different prosthetists. So I was just kind of, when I moved to Southern Pines, I just was trying to check a box and just okay, here we go. Let's start this process all over again. It was kind of just day one, everyone seemed invested. Everyone just took the time to try to figure out what I was looking for, what worked for me, and then also just kind of upping my game, trying to figure out okay, this is what you've had. How can we do things better? And it was really cool. My prosthetist, Troy, he brought in physical therapists, he brought in different knees and different equipment for me to try. I honestly don't think I've ever had this level of care, and just not walking away from a leg appointment frustrated is very new for me. I've been walking out of these recent appointments with Sandhills just hyped, really excited, can't wait to try out this new thing that he's talking about. It's different and it's really exciting. Before getting this new prosthetic, I think I was kind of just stuck in a place like mobily, like I just, my leg, it was foam, so like I was always worried about getting it dirty, and it was a pediatric knee, and it just kind of, I was used to it breaking all the time, and like that was kind of just, that was my norm. So with this new one, it's opening up what I might be able to do physically. Like this new leg is more durable. I've been talking to my sisters about like, hey guys, like maybe we want to hike, maybe we want to camp, and that's just not something like, they look at me like I'm like they're waiting for the punchline, because that's not what I do. I feel like I want to try new things and like see what this thing can do, because apparently it can go in water and not be wet, and that itself is a game changer. And I would 100% recommend Sandhills Orthotics to anybody. Like, new way to sit, new way to walk, new way to go upstairs. Like, it's really cool. I think a big thing that I've always been interested in is trying to, like, I went on this journey about like advocating for myself, and I think something that I would be really excited to do is just try to like get involved advocating for other amputees or working with other amputees. I think like part of this leg for me is like visibility, like having a prosthetic that's visible and being around maybe other amputees. I went to a camp when I was younger that I didn't really expect to be impacted by seeing older, like teenagers and adult women who were disabled, and they weren't like like climbing mountains. They were just like living their lives and being cool, and I like wanted to be them. But I think a goal for me would be to maybe be that for someone else. But I just like want to be okay with myself, so other people can feel okay being themselves. I think for other people going through similar things or just different adversity, I think it's just important to remember to be patient with yourself, be kind to yourself, and it's cliche as it sounds, but like you can't waste your time worrying about what other people have to say. You got better things to do.